Greetings, fellow questers, and welcome to Master of Lore's thematic playthroughs of The Lord of the Rings, the card game, a living card game from Fantasy Flight Games. Today, the theme is dwarves, and I'm running a dwarven deck with a dwarven scenario, even using this beautiful dwarven playmat, courtesy of Cardboard of the Rings Facebook contest. Many thanks to Brian for sending this out to me all the way in Hong Kong. I've really enjoyed playing on it. It's a great piece. It really fits the mood thematically for these Khazad-dûm expansion quests in the Dwarf cycle, and I'm looking forward to hopefully defeating the first scenario of the Deluxe expansion, which is called Into the Pit. I've put together a dwarf-themed deck. It's a quad-sphere dwarf deck, which I'm calling Super Thorin and the Dineless Dwarves. Takes advantage of great dwarven cards across all four spheres while not running that ever-popular yet possibly overpowered dwarven leader, Dying Ironfoot. Now, as a lore junkie, I have to confess that I'm sort of breaking some of my thematic rules here by running 3 dwarves that would all be either dead or incapacitated at the time of this quest in Fantasy Flight's timeline. But hopefully you'll bear with me and imagine an alternate timeline so that we can run this dwarven-themed deck. First, we got Thorin Oakenshield, who of course would have died during the Battle of Five Armies. We're assuming for the purposes of this scenario that he did not succumb to dragonlust and become overly prideful and kill himself in battle. We're also running Owen. Owen was part of Balin's expedition back to the mines, the very expedition that we're trying to determine the fate of now. Owen actually died by the Watcher in the Water, killing him as he was leaving through the West Gate, through the doors of Durin, to explain what had happened to Balin and the other dwarves. And so we're going to assume that didn't happen so he can join us to go along here. Finally, we got Bombur. Bombur's not dead, but we're told in Lord of the Rings that he lived so happily ever after that he became so fat, eating so much food on Erebor that he couldn't even walk anymore, and he needed several young dwarves just to carry him to the dinner table. So we'll have to assume for the purposes of our scenario that he merely became obese and not morbidly obese, and therefore he's able to join our company as a defender. Without dying, these heroes aren't that strong at, or this deck rather, isn't that strong at questing. So we're really going to hope for some questing dwarves or some card draw early to get us on our way. So let's see what we get here. Miner of the Iron Hills, Gandalf's a good quester, Feely, an Erebor Battlemaster, the Legacy of Durin, and King Under the Mountain. Well, if we wanted questing and card draw, I think we've done all right. We'll stick with this hand. The setup is going to give us a cave torch to stick on Thorin. We can wave that around at dark locations to try and illuminate our path. And then we've got 3 locations that we get set aside. The East Gate, which is where we enter, and then the first hall and the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, which we'll pass over. We're going to be going in the opposite direction that the Fellowship enters in the Fellowship of the Ring. They went through the West Gate, then up to Balin's tomb, across the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, and out the East Gate. So we'll be coming in from the other direction. Okay, let's enter the mines. Now, as the East Gate is active, goblins just sort of hoard up behind it. And we're hoping that we don't get any enemies then with our first few draws, or else I might be overwhelmed and killed. Okay, let's reveal the first one, and it is Goblin Tunnels. Not too bad. Kind of scary location, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, round 1 begins. A resource for all the heroes, 1 card drawn, the Lure of Moria. And let's see, I'm going to play the Legacy of Durin on Thorin, so that the Legacy of Durin the Deathless will kick in every time a dwarf is played, and just like Durin came back again and again, a card will keep coming back to my hand again and again every time I play a new dwarf, which isn't going to happen for a couple more rounds unless I get an Erebor Record Keeper. So, let's quest. 3, 4, 5. Counter deck reveals Burning Low. This location is dark, so it adds 3 to its threat. It is also at 5. That means I make no progress. I'm going to shine the cave torch down those goblin tunnels, though. It is not an enemy, so 3 progress on goblin tunnels. And that's all for round 1. If I can make it a couple more rounds without getting too much threat, I should be able to get a few more dwarves out there to help me out. Alright. Let's go again with 5. Watchful Eyes. Ooh. I've got the Miner of the Iron Hills. I'll attach this onto Bombur. So Bombur is being watched by those eyes. He's not exhausted though, so I'm not going to have to do anything to reveal. That means that I get 3 progress on the quest. And I'm going to once again exhaust the cave torch to add 3 to the goblin tunnels. Oh my gosh, there's a patrol leader down in those goblin tunnels. That was a risky use of the cave torch. Alright, and that is the end of round 2. Time for round 3. I've got 2 off of Bombur. Oops, let me draw my card. I got 2 off of Bombur, so I can play this Miner of the Iron Hills and discard the Watchful Eyes from Bombur. That's nice. Thank you, Miner of the Iron Hills. And then let's see here. I think I'm going to need more people. So let's play Feely for 3, and then get out his brother Keely from my deck. The 2 younger cousins of Thorin. Fortunately, they'd both be dead as well. They're not going to make it through the Battle of 5 Armies. Sorry for all you lovers of the hot dwarf in the Hobbit movies, but yeah, he's not going to live. Expect a lot of Aidan Turner love in the next couple films so that the girls will be swooning when he dies in the Battle of 5. Alright, I played 2 dwarves, so I could draw 2 cards from Legacy of Durin. Probably should have drawn the first one before I played Keely, but you'll forgive me that small error, I hope. I get some healing herbs. Those go on Bombur so that if he ever gets injured defending, he can eat them to heal himself. And let's see here. I'm going to leave those there because I'm not going to be battling yet, am I? I might be. Let's go ahead and put out the Erebor Battlemaster. Of course, I can use tactics now that I have 5 dwarves running there. So no resources left. I could do We Are Not Idle and get out the Longbeard Elder. Let's do that. I'm going to do We Are Not Idle to exhaust 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dwarf characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And draw a card. And then play the Lure of Moria for 3 to ready all dwarves in the They've been lured. It's luring them from inside the East Gate. Hopefully they'll get to go there eventually. Then I'll play, let's see, 3 more for a Longbeard. Draw a card from the Legacy. Alright, now that looks like a dwarven army. Super Thorin, your Dineless dwarves are ready. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boy, if I had Dine, wouldn't I be questing for a lot right now? Dark and Dreadful. Oh no! I should have kept 1 resource on Owen. Well, everyone is going to get wounded. Longbeard Elder, Keely, Feely, Owen, and Thorin. Boy, that was dreadful. Alright, but nonetheless, I am still questing for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 5, which does 4 progress on the east gate. I have made it inside the gate. And before me sits the first hall. I've forgotten to use that cave torch the last couple times. I'll go ahead and use it now on goblin tunnels. So the goblin tunnels are explored. And I'm going to travel to the first hall, which raises my threat by 3. Fortunately, the only guy in there right now is this patrol leader. All right, so Bombur is going to defend against the patrol leader. Defending player raises his threat by 2. He sees some dwarven bones on the ground and feels scared. He takes 2 hits. Now, the Erebor Battlemaster swings back against the patrol leader for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It should be enough to kill him if this is not an enemy. And it is an enemy. So all of that damage is canceled. That's why I don't like to fight a second patrol leader if I don't have to. Let's refresh everybody. End of round 3, threat at 36. Draw a card, a second Erebor Battlemaster. 2 resources on Thorin, 1 for everybody else. All right. And let's quest through the first hall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Burning low. Outstanding. Each enemy in location gets +1. Well, there's none. So I get all of my questers making progress on the quest. That's 9 progress, which means I'd finish quest stage 1B and explore the first hall, making the bridge of Khazad-dûm into the staging area. Let's do it. Let's travel to the bridge. Alright. The leader attacks. Boy, if he gets a shadow effect, he's going to kill Bombur, so I'm going to let him kill the miner of the Iron Hills instead. No shadow effect. Could have attacked Bombur. Oh well. And now the Erebor Battlemaster swings back with a strength of 7. And it is not an enemy. The patrol leader is killed, only to come back very shortly once I finish crossing the bridge. And so that is the end of round 4. Everyone refreshes. Feeling and Keely, take a step up. And let's begin round 5. 2 for Thorin, 1 each for Bombur and Owen. And draw a card. It's more healing herbs for Bombur. Sorry about that, I accidentally played Narvi's Belt. Got so excited, didn't realize I was running across the bridge of Khazad-dûm. Let's commence that running. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A Goblin Swordsman. So I make 8 progress. The bridge of Khazad-dûm is explored. I have successfully entered the mines. And a patrol of goblins in loose formation comes at me through the shadows. I'm going to take the patrol leader out of the encounter deck rather than the discard pile. That way, hopefully, I don't have to fight him a 3rd time. And let's see. There he is. And these 2 guys both come down to engage me. They'll each get a shadow card. Well, I won't have such luxuries as I had before with saving Bombur's life, so I'm going to go ahead and exhaust him to defend against the patrol leader. Shadow effect. Attacking enemy gets +2. He's now swinging for 6. Bombur eats some healing herbs to heal 2 wounds off of himself before taking 4 more wounds from the patrol leader. He eats more healing herbs and heals himself completely. Bombur, you just ate 2 stacks of healing herbs in 1 turn. That is a bit excessive. Goblin Swordsman's attack. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to let this go undefended, or what? I'm going to have to defend with my Battle Master. He's the only guy I've got left. So the Battle Master is killed. And that is all. Everybody gets ready. I should have left open maybe Feely or Keely or one of those guys, since I didn't need to make that much progress. But well, what's done is done. 2 resources on Thorin, 1 apiece on these guys. And what do you say we play some dwarves? I'm going to play Biffer for 3. I'm going to draw 2 cards. And then let's play an Erebor Battlemaster for 3. And I think that is all. Oh, now I can finally play Narvi's Belt. Narvi was the dwarf that worked with Celebrimbor to build the Doors of Durin. Celebrimbor, incidentally, forged the Rings of Power. They did that back in the Second Age, so Narvi's an old guy. Thorin's got on an old belt. Okay. I think it is time to quest. Yes? Let's us send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dark and Dreadful. Deal 1 damage to each exhausted character. Okay, I think I've seen that before. Longbeard Elder is going to be killed. Thorin and Owen will each take a 2nd wound. I still make 5 progress. And now the patrol leader attacks. Attack Bombur. Shadow effect. Cancel all combat damage dealt to the attacking enemy. Why did it have to be this card? I don't actually know how this works. Usually I discard the shadow card right away. Does this mean that I can't attack the patrol leader this time? Cancel all combat damage dealt to attacking enemy. Well, I guess I just won't bother attacking him this time to make it simple. Silly lightless passage. Round 6 is over. My threat's at 39. 2, 1, 1. Draw a card. I defended with who? Bombur, right? He takes 2 wounds. Okay. Oh, my card is Feely, and I've got Keely here as well. Well, let's pay 1 for an Erebor Record Keeper and draw a card with the Legacy of Durin. Let's pay 2 to make Thorin the King Under the Mountain, and then exhaust that to take 2 more cards. And let's see, I will take Gandalf into my hand. Go ahead and play him for 5. And let's quest. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A Goblin Scout. So I make 6 progress. And I advance past stage B. I've captured a member of the patrol, clearly not the patrol leader. And he says, Balin can be found in the Chamber of Records. So up we go. Up, up, up we go. Let's see, my threat's at 39, so this Goblin Swordsman is going to engage me. Let's see, I'll have Gandalf defend against the patrol leader. Attacking enemy gets +3 if he is a goblin, so he's swinging for 7. My goodness, I'm glad I was able to use Gandalf to attack against that. Then I'll have the Goblin Scout attack, and I'll defend with, let's say, Feely. Defending player raises his threat by 2. It's now at 41. And Feely successfully defends that, 1-1. And then I'm going to swing with the Erebor Battlemaster at the patrol leader. It is not an enemy. The patrol leader is defeated. And I'm going to swing with Biffer at the Goblin Scout, so he is defeated, and everybody gets ready. Gandalf is going to go away. I am now on round 7 with a threat of 42. Draw a card, put resources on people. Exhaust King Under the Mountain. Let's see here. Take Ever My Heart Rises, so that as we get deeper into Khazad-dûm, Thorin can reduce my threat and be ready for anything that comes my way. All right. Let's see if we can make it all the way up in one quick push. Shall we? Gandalf, do you want to come along? No, you don't, because I want to be untroubled by darkness. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Untroubled by darkness. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. If this does not have a threat of 5 or more, we have made it up into the Chamber of Records. And it has a threat of 4. So, we've successfully made our way up and defeated this quest. And that's it. We made our way up to the 7th level to discover the fate of Balin inside the Chamber of Records. I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. I hope I didn't make as many mistakes as I did on the Steward Sphere. And I hope that you guys enjoyed my commentary and you go check out my blog at Master of Lore. Happy questing!